Hi, and thank you for tuning in to Lunch Talk with the Carters. I am your hostess, Star Carter.
And I am your host, Michael Carter.
And we just come to tell you all that it is time to get the show started. What's up, guys? It is Friday. We are back with an all-new Lunch Talk with the Carter. So how you doing today, Mr. Carter?
Oh, I'm doing 100% better compared to what I was doing last week, with that tooth extraction and everything. But I'm doing pretty good.
That is wonderful to hear. So my baby will be able to talk a little bit more than what he was able to on our past episode. So today, guys, we're going to talk about, is it still woman's work to cook, clean, and all that good stuff that we were bred to do? Is that still considered woman's work? So what do you think, babe? Is that still considered woman's work when it comes to cleaning the house, cooking the meals, all that good stuff that's supposed to go under the woman's title?
Well, back in the good old days, and the cliche, the good old days, yeah, that was the case. But now, no, I don't think so, because me, I love to cook. And, one of my dreams that I'm going to, fulfill in the future is have my own restaurant. So, I love cooking. So I don't consider it woman's work, especially nowadays, because half of the time women don't even cook anymore. They got careers and stuff right now. So, I don't consider it as being, woman's work. I think it's whoever's at the house at that time or whoever enjoyed doing it, I think they should be, be doing it.
Yeah, I can agree with you, because the traditional family really isn't traditional anymore, because you have women that work full-time jobs now just as well as the men. Like you say, the good old days back then when the woman stayed in the house the whole time and took care of the kids, and that's all she did. That was the type of lifestyle that most women had. But once women, my husband don't like this word, but once women became empowered, and women's lib, and all that kind of stuff, from, marching for our female rights and that kind of stuff. So that kind of changed the dynamics of the family a little bit. And so now we hear 2018, a lot of women, like you said, they don't cook. They don't do the cleaning. They don't consider that being their job anymore. I mean, if you're an able-bodied person in the house, then you should do it. Or either if you got kids that's old enough. Like when I grew up, my grandmother, she used to get us up on Saturday mornings. We clean. We used to wash the walls and clean the bathrooms.
Same thing with us.
And mop the floors, So if you got children, that should be their chores. They should be doing a lot of that work. Now, depending on how old they are, if they're going to be able to cook. But honey, I was 6 and 7 years old mopping floors when I was little.
Yeah, but things have changed so much, because during our time, it was like embedded in us to do for yourself, basically. My mom worked second shift, so me and my sister, we had to pretty much fend for ourselves. If my mom didn't cook or feel like cooking before she left, we had to fend for ourselves. But nowadays, totally different. Speaking of nowadays, I saw this funny post on Facebook. They say try to tell a lady today to cook, and they had a picture of the man told the lady to make cornbread, and she had an ear of corn between two slices of bread. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it was so hilarious, but that's the truth nowadays. So you can't be stuck in the past about is it women should have cooking, because funny things like that arouse now that they don't even know how to make cornbread, and probably can't even boil water. Yeah. So I mean, I just turned 40, guys, June 26th. So I am probably one of the rare in my clique that still know how to cook, that actually was brought up in the kitchen with my grandmother and my mom and my aunt, and I actually paid attention and learned how to cook, because there's a lot of ladies my age, believe it or not, in their 40s, younger than me, in their 30s, because 30s is the new 20s now. So being in your 30s and 40s don't equate for you to be considered old anymore. We were talking about that on our way to Walmart. It's a whole nother generation now of the 30 and 40 year olds. When we were younger, like you said, when we looked at a 40-year-old or a 50-year-old, they were old to us. They was really old. And now that we are here in that same age bracket, we feel young. We don't feel like, we should be stuck in the house cooking and cleaning and stuff. But, this Absolutely. Culture, the culture that we in now, we go out to eat.
We can go out to eat. It's a restaurant that can sell pretty much anything that you want to eat. And like my baby said, he want a restaurant, so he know how profitable, thriving restaurants can do, because a lot of people don't cook. A lot of people don't want to do that. As well as a lot of people now do not want to clean their house. So they hire people. There's people that have started successful businesses cleaning other people's houses because they don't want to do that. My grandma, she used to do that for a family. She used to clean and take care of their kids, because one was a school teacher, the mom was a school teacher, and the dad was an owner. He owned a gas station, so he was gone all the time. And the teacher, she was, doing grading and lessons, so she didn't have time to do all that. So she hired somebody to do it. So that's like the norm now, to have somebody to come in and clean your house for you and even take care of your kids, nannies. The dynamic of the family has really, really changed. We're in a new age. So that stigma of that's woman's work, those days is gone.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But guys, y'all have to admit now, everybody listen. Now, I know they say it's not woman's work, but if you're my age in your mid-40s, okay, grandma and your older aunties and all of those cooking Sunday dinner or taking it to church or whatever, my goodness, guys, nothing beats that woman's cooking, and y'all got to admit it, But, times have changed, but just picture that, guys. Back then, used to have those plates, and oh my goodness. Back then when it was considered, like I said, ladies, considered women's work, you guys were the best. Oh my goodness, you were the best.
You still got some, we still got some of the true big mamas and all that they call them and the aunties or whatever that still cook. And that's why y'all asses can't wait. Oh, excuse me. That's why y'all can't wait to Thanksgiving.
Exactly. So you can get that cooking.
And New Year's. And all the other special holidays, because that's the only time probably that you're going to get that really good home cooked meal with the macaroni and the collard
talking about
greens.
the real one now, guys. The real one.
Yeah.
Not that mac and cheese you buy in the box.
No. The macaroni, the collard greens, all the good stuff that you get for the holidays. Y'all know y'all ain't getting that on the regular,
No way.
Even when me and my husband first got together, we weren't married at the time, but when we got together, I think I had made you like a Thanksgiving dinner. I did dressing and everything. You was like, you know how to make dressing? I'm like, yeah.
Younger ladies these days, they like I said, they can't boil water. You're surprised if you can find a woman that can cook some of the old dishes. It's
I could
rare.
cook a whole Thanksgiving dinner. I don't have to go out and buy anything but the stuff to make it with, of course. But I like to make almost everything from scratch. I don't like to use no box stuffing. What is a stuffing?
That's that stuff you buy in the box, stovetop stuffing instead of potatoes. You remember that?
No, I said, what's a stuffing? Yeah. I like dressing. That's what I know, dressing. But then, some people still buying the greens and stuff in the can. No, when we were growing up, we had to cut those collard greens. We had to chop them up. If you got green beans, we had to snap those green beans. You weren't buying no green beans out the can already frozen. I mean, they have made life more convenient for the ones that still like to cook. But back then, that's what we did.
Oh yeah. That's it, guys. But guys, no longer considered woman's work. Cooking is for any able-bodied that enjoy doing it, or at like my wife said, at home at the time. Get off your lazy butt and cook. Cause times have changed. Now, the second part, the cleaning, is that considered women's work? No. Because you need to get in there and clean up behind your nasty self, especially if you're able-bodied, and that goes for children as well. Children, they want mama to pick up behind them. They want mama to clean their room. They want mama to wash the dishes they dirty up. No. So no, that's not considered women's work, period, point blank. I mean, if you're a tidy person, you're going to pretty much tighten up after yourself, Like if I'm in the kitchen cooking, when I get done, the kitchen is clean, because I'm washing dishes as I'm cooking. It's just the mindset, I'm just a clean person like that. I can't, just not clean it up if I'm messing it up. Now, the only thing I really hate, guys, is the bathroom. And I told my wife that too. The bathroom. Anything else I'm good with, but the bathroom, I will, but that's not one of my favorite things to do. Is clean the bathroom.
Yeah, he does not like to clean the bathroom. We've been living together now, going on 2 years, I guess.
Yeah,
what is that, 2 years?
About 2 years, yeah.
And no, He does not like to clean the bathroom. But who does? I mean,
Yeah,
it's one of
that's
those
true.
things.
Yeah,
Nobody
that's
likes to
true.
clean the
Exactly.
bathroom, but somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
So it's just one of
I
those
know,
things.
right?
I mean, me personally, you know, I hate washing clothes. I don't like washing clothes. This is like gross to me.
Yeah,
I
see,
hate.
I don't mind washing
I don't
clothes
like
either.
washing clothes. Like and I like it better now since we got a washer and dryer in my house. But when I had to used to load the clothes up and take them to the laundromat, oh my God, no.
See, that's one thing I don't mind doing. You know.
I mean, I don't mind doing it. You know, it's better now that you, like I said, wash and dryer in the house, and you know. But when I first moved in this house, like 10, I don't know. Well, I've been in the house 13 years, but when I first moved in, I didn't have a wash and dryer. So for like 5 or 6 years of me living here, I love clothes. Me and my son's clothes to the washer, all those quarters and all that. And you tired? I hated that. I'd rather clean the bathroom all day long than do that.
Mm-hmm. That's why I thank goodness when I lived in the upper area, in the upstate, you know, we had pumpers. We had the actual credit cards that you could put money on and slide them in. You know, there's no more quarters up there, you know, because of the fact, I love that, you know, because I wash clothes, you know, before me and my wife got together, you know, last relationships or whatever, I always wash clothes. You know, that's one thing I don't mind doing. But, you know, like I said, it's fun with technology. It's fun because, like I said, it's just like a credit card. You put money on the card, you slide it in the washer, bam, it's on. Slide it in there, bam, the dryer's on. You know, it's no quarters. But like I said, that bathroom, I don't know what it is about that bathroom. I just don't like cleaning that bathroom. I just don't, I can't stand it. But like you said, you know, gotta be done. Somebody's gotta do it. It's gotta be done. So.
Yeah. Not our bathroom look like a gas station bathroom.
I know.
Nasty.
Oh my goodness. You're scared to heist up in there.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, you know, times change. And so now, like I was saying, you know, a lot of people outsource a lot of the house cleaning. Like I said, my grandma used to clean somebody else's house. Cleaning services now that they can come in and clean your house for you. Get those lazy kids that instead of they playing video games and on YouTube and everything, get them to do some chores. You know, my son, I've been taught him how to wash his own clothes and stuff because by me being a single parent for so long, he had to learn because I had to work. A lot of times he got out of school, he went to the YMCA, and then after that he had to come home. And a lot of times he used to be here by himself. So yeah, you had to learn, make yourself a hot dog in the microwave or a sausage or something. So you had to learn how to fend for yourself, like you said, with you and your sister. Mm-hmm. When y'all was young and your mom was working second shift, you had to grow up. You had to learn how to take care of yourself, how to cook for yourself, how to clean for yourself, how to tidy up the rooms and everything so that when mom got home, she didn't have a sink full of dishes, you know, and toys all over the place or video games or whatever it is all over the place, something that would cause her to be stressed out. She's already stressed out trying to work, and then she got to come home to kids that act like they can't take care of themselves. So, you know, so it's very important that we're also teaching our kids how to be able to take care of themselves as well.
Yeah. Be independent, be independent. I mean, that's an important thing, you know, because, you know, no doom and gloom, but mom and dad is not always going to be around, you know. So, you know, you got to learn how to do these, necessarily saying that you're going to have a mate to do it for you as well. Yeah. You know, so you got to take the initiative to do these things yourself. So, guys, times have changed. There's no more such thing as women's work, men's work. It's whoever. It's a combination of both, you know. It's coming together as a team and getting the chores or whatever done, you know, to keep the household clean, tidy, keep food cooked, and keep everything moving. So it's a team effort. There's no more pinpointing, you know, the actual roles anymore. It's you know, it's a team thing now.
And let me tell you this, though, back on what we were saying about the kids. I'm going to tell you this, and this is just from personal experience. Ladies that are single parents, really and truly, teach your little fellas, your guys, your little men, to be able to take care of themselves. That is a big thing. Like, my mama always told me when my son was little, she said, you know, you need to make sure that your son know how to take care of himself, because you don't never want to be in a situation where you are with someone and you don't know how to take care of yourself. Like, literally, I dated a guy that did not know how to cook. He did not know how to boil water. He did not know how to take care of himself. He had never washed his own clothes. His mom had always done everything for him. So literally, it was crazy. I was like, you don't even know how to boil a sausage? You don't even know how to cook a hot dog? You don't know how to make yourself a sandwich? He had never done any of that. Like, every time he was going to eat, either his mama fixed it for him or he went out and bought food. He never had even made himself a sandwich. And that was like unbelievable to me. I could not believe it. I taught him how to cook though. Yep, I did. I taught him. I taught him.
That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
So you got to make sure. And if I was like a mean person and just did not want to, one day if I didn't want to cook and like say if he didn't have no money or something, if I was like a mean person, he would sit there and probably would starve to death unless he went to his mama house. I mean, for real. So that's why it's important to make sure that you teach your little fellas, especially you single parents. Make sure you teach your fellas how to take care of themselves, and so they do not have to be dependent on a woman whenever they get older to do those things for them. They don't want to be dependent on mama to do them. They don't want to be dependent on a lady to do them for them. Because like my husband said, he might not even get anybody. So you don't want them to go off to college or somewhere like that and they don't know how to wash their clothes.
Well, that's one thing my mom always told me, you know, no offense to my wife, no offense to any other of my relationships, but she told me never depend on a woman to do nothing for you.
Nope.
Simple. She told me just those particular words. Never depend on a woman to do nothing for you. That means cooking, cleaning, or whatever. You know, be self-sufficient. Know how to do this stuff yourself. So, you know, and I've always have been, you know, I'm just one of the guys that love to cook, you know. So, you know, and my mom embedded it in me at a young age because, like I said, you know, we had to do it. We had to do it. We had to do it.
It's very important, ladies. And it's not, and you know, by him saying that, that's not a jab at me. I don't even take that offensively. I think that's a good thing because who wants a man that you got to show how to do every single thing? Like I said, I did that. I had experience with that. So that's not fun when somebody is constantly looking towards you to take care of them, like cooking, cleaning, like they don't know how to do anything because they got babied or they got mommified or whatever, and so they didn't know how to do anything. So it's not, like I said, it's not a bad thing for a man to know how to do all those things. And ladies, if a man want to go in your kitchen and he want to cook, let him cook. And that's what he like my husband like to cook. I don't object to him going in there cooking breakfast, cooking lunch, cooking dinner, whatever he wants to cook, let him do it. If that's what he want to do, let him do it. Don't be offended if he goes in the kitchen and be like, oh, why you want to cook? You don't like my cooking? You think my cooking bad? That's why you want to cook all the time? No, that just might be like what he likes to do. So I know my husband like to cook, so I don't, you know, and even if he didn't like to cook, if he take the initiative to actually go in there and want to try, or even if he got a dish that he like and want to do it, hey, I'm not going to be like, no, can't nobody go in my kitchen. You know, a lot of y'all women will safeguard that kitchen and won't let nobody in that kitchen too.
See, my ex was just like that, guys. My ex was like that. I love to cook, don't mind cooking. But shoot, go in that kitchen. With my ex, go in that kitchen. That woman would raise holy hell. If you don't get out that kitchen, you in for a fight. No, I'm not saying that for a joke, guys. I'm saying that literally. You know, but you know, she was one of those ones that can cook as well. But she was old fashioned in that sense. You know, some women do not like no one, male or female, in their kitchen. You better get the hell out of there because you finna have a fight.
Yeah, I'm not like that. I mean, I want you to be clean. Like we had this conversation the other day. You know, I let two of my good friends, what I call my brothers, cook a low country bowl one time. You know, with the shrimp and all that kind of stuff. And I was cool with it. Yeah, you knock yourself out. Long as you clean up afterwards. I don't want to come in there and I got pots and dishes all over the place because all you did was cook. You didn't clean. Like my husband said, he cleaned as he cooked. And that's how you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be clean as you cook. You know, you don't want to have dishes and everything all over the place and then leave them for somebody else to clean up. That ain't cool either.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
All right, so guys, we had fun talking about this topic today. So if you got anything that you would like to say or add, please hit us up at Lunch Talk Show on social media. Also, you can check us out all the time on Radio Public. That is our paid sponsor. So every time you listen to our show on Radio Public, you are supporting Lunch Talk with the Carters. You can also catch us on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Play, and a whole list of other ones. But please, guys, if y'all really want to support us, download the Radio Public app. It is for iOS and it's for Android. So there's no excuses. You can listen to us on that platform no matter what device you have. All right. So what you got, baby? You got anything else you want to say?
Yep. Just one thing, guys. Times have changed, guys. It's no more such thing as women's work like it was in the good old days. So get yourself off the couch, get in the kitchen, get in the bathroom, clean, cook, do what you got to do, guys.
All right. So we had a great time talking to you all, and make sure y'all always are checking us out. We'll see you again. Well, we'll talk to you again Monday. Brand new Lunch Talk with the Carters. Have a great weekend.
Peace.
Peace.